Hey everyone, it's Coeval here, and we're back with the Road to 2K episode, shall we say, this time featuring Oa, and we'll have several great games here. He's a tough opponent to face when you're trying to climb, especially in 7 or 10 grassy. So, we'll see what I can do, and yeah, we'll get right into it. So, first thing to think about with Oa is he's got kind of a early game that he'll always do no matter what, which is turn 1, fly to the top of the map, and protection shield. And the reason he does this, I've said it in some of my videos, is that if you respond with a mud ball, he can blast from the past out, jump off around the border, and then hit you with a shock bomb the following turn. So that line is pretty much nullified, which is very common in generic books. As I said, this is difficult to deal with against generic when played well, and also you'll see when he gets good map gen. Here, this map gen is solid for him. I do have that tree on the left, which I think I should be taking advantage of real soon, I hope. And here, this kind of line doesn't involve portal early, and you'll kind of see the advantages and disadvantages to that. Another option against Oa is to just portal turn 2 and kind of get in an area where he's not able to easily lob a shock bomb, but that's easier said than done because he can blast from the past the portal and then just drop it. So it's very difficult. Here I am down flight, down prot, down everything, except maybe a tower. That's the only move I have, really. Okay, I choose to deflight him. He can't really get down here and do anything crazy because then I'll knock. Okay, Burning Sands. Here I think, okay, just, go scoot down and portal. That's what I would do. If he hits me with a fire arrow, I can just go through the portal and then reprot. But instead I tower in the sands, not the best. Here again I have another opportunity. Scoot down. Oops, wrong button. Scoot down here, right? I'll zoom in a little bit. And just portal above my head while I'm in the tower. Instead I prot, that's going to be whittled away easily with pebbles in the sands, and I give him a turn. The thing is, I need to set up my portal, otherwise I will lose. If I don't have that portal up to go to the left side, I'm screwed. And here I completely screw up my movement. I'm still in the sand. I tree him off. He can just easily pebble that down again if he would like to do that. He decides to just eat the sands damage. Fair play. And I'm already down to 130 nearly. I'm just like getting pressured so hard, and it's a bit difficult, especially as, a newer player. You may be looking at this thinking like, how do you win against this? But it's all about that early portal and using those turns that he gives just the slightest bit of tempo to capitalize. And because I didn't get that portal off a few turns ago, now I have to use a turn to gate over there rather than just flying through the portal and protection shielding and just getting a little bit more tempo. So as a result, I'm down to 106 and he's at basically 250 still. Okay, I ray off that prot, and you'll see him just stick to the top of the map, stay in his protection shields, and just spam pebbles, burning sands, and wait for that opportunity to come down to me and, slap me with a Mega Boulder or Shock Bomb or whatever else he's got in his book. So he can pretty much do whatever he wants here. Portal is a great option, but I'm kind of late. I'm going to get that portal off, and I'm going to be at 52 health if he fire arrows. Okay, he decides to just pebble through. Here I could go through the portal and protection shield, which I should do. Did I queue? I queued. Alright, so that's not ideal. And I go back through the portal for some reason. I think I probably could have stayed. Just scoot down to the right over here, right? But instead I don't. And he's got 7 seconds. He deflights, speeding up his turn hugely. BFDP to clear the portal, and Mega Boulder stuff. Pretty clinical match there. Had some chances. It wasn't lost from the beginning, right? That early portal could have been helpful to be able to just, evade his fire arrows, maybe get another tempo if he misses a shot to get a spirit out, but I didn't really use the tempo to the best of my ability. but we'll see what happens in game 2. All right, we're here in game 2, and let's see what I can do to get some revenge. Same exact opener. It looks like the same game, strangely enough. I go to the side, tower up. Guess what he does? Up to the top, flight prop. Once again, I'm thinking maybe going to the side and just, going down below this little sign here, casting a portal, to the left side. And then he can't really get to me. He's got a couple turns to at least be able to, get to me, make some progress. And so what I would do is get the portal out, kind of stay. I wouldn't go through it yet. I would delay going through it, hit him with the mech arrow, and hopefully he's in a spot where he can't sink me. If he is, then I'm, just screwed completely. But definitely I think, yeah, early portal here would be a good option. But for whatever reason, I am choosing to go for this tower turn 1 line, which is what I use against other generic books. It doesn't work quite as well though. Here I go for the drain. Maybe can he get a shock bomb sink here? It's possible. Okay, he just goes for the fire. Oh, I didn't anticipate that. He sinks me with fireball, and that's gonna really suck. Don't want to go on the sides. He's got fire drop arrow, and he's also got maelstrom, so it's impossible to do that. And so when you're down a tempo like this, it's almost completely lost. Again, barring a blunder, he has to play pretty well. But the thing is here, he can go through my portal if I were to get a turn. I have to hit him with a tree, and yeah, he blasts from the past to clear that, gets an easy Mega Boulder off, and I'm completely lost. So I need to tree him, and then he's going to, oh, if he does this, no, he doesn't, okay. I was going to say he could go to the right side, and then there's an extend angle through the tree that he can hit, but it would be difficult. You wouldn't be able to do it with BFDP, and he's got the portal there, so yeah, wouldn't work. There, I go through the portal now. I wonder if that was good. I probably could have stayed top. And he's got shores. No, man. I don't have enough time to get this flash off, do I? I do! What? Wow, I'm insane. 7 seconds to get that off. Problem is I can't follow up with the Mega because... Oh, I do anyway. 60? Oh! I was just saying I can't follow up with the Mega because he has Blaster in the past. Oh no, he did. He has Consume Soul. This is pre-nerf Consume Soul. And I go for the oh, what? Dude, I almost hit him with that. Wow, the Mega Boulder out of flight in style nearly clutches the game. 15-10. What an insane game. Man, that pre-nerf Consume Soul when you've got flight up and your opponent doesn't have BFTP, which is so uncommon to take in 7 Grassy unless you're playing Rush, which is just, actually quite common nowadays, so I guess BFTP isn't so uncommon. But yeah, when you get that, 75 heal, 60 heal, and you're flighted, and they can't, BFTP sink you or anything like that, man, it's nasty, and he flashes me to my demise. Alright, let's see if I can get some sort of streak going for game 3. Let's see what I can do here. And we are, once again, flying to the top of the map. I'm running away here. I go for the immediate mech arrow. Once again, I'm going to take control, and I'll show you. I could just go, over here. Maybe get up a portal, right? I like to portal also against these fire arrow books or just arrow books in general. You want a portal like right here or so, like around this area. That way you can fly through it and then position yourself just to the right of the portal, kind of deter the arrow a bit. Doesn't always work, but that's kind of what I'm thinking my opener should be, something like that. So that it's difficult for him to, close the gap, get a BFTP off, do a lob. That's going to be a tough angle, but I go for a different approach instead. the immediate mech arrow. And the problem is with the immediate mech arrow is he can just close the gap and stay at the top border. So I can't respond with a mud, fearing, the shock bomb, all these offensive plays that he will have at his disposal. And so what does that mean I have to do? I mean, Drain Bolt maybe? Yeah, that's the only play. And then it's kind of like, well, he's got so much more offense than I do, the 50 early damage. And what can I do here? Okay, Mud Ball. Is this flashable though? Yeah, it is. So not ideal. And now I'm completely lost at this position because I can't go side, and I go side anyway. And that's GG. Yep. Chalk it up. Oh, I resigned. Damn. Full tilt Coeval. No, I just knew I'm cooked. I'm cooked there. All right, so off to a tough start, as you can see. Not really knowing the lines to win against Rush. And I'm going to have to change that at some point. We'll see if I can, fix things up in game 4. We're back. Ooh, double tree. Perfect map gen for me. Okay, maybe not perfect, but you don't often get double tree. Oh, he misses the fire arrow. Okay, so I'm thinking just go down to the bottom, portal to the side, to the left side, win the game. There's no possible way that I should lose this, given that he just is in a tree and he queued. Turn 1. So I want to stay in the stay out of the portal, flight prot, and then follow it up by moving around if needed. I can aura this. I could have also auraed above him to zone, but that tree's alive, so it's kind of tricky because the aura will absorb the damage from the tree. So here he goes for the prod. I guess I have Ray up so I can easily deflight, do a little bit of damage, and I'm looking strong to start here. He's got a press, and okay, Burning Sands. There he had the shores down as well, and he's going for some sort of sink. Oh no, Consume Soul. All right, so I'm just gonna maybe drain him off. Yep, and it's a decent trade, but I'm down my flight prot, and so it's probably a decent trade for him as well. Maybe he's got Maelstrom up next. All right, but I've got flight, so I'm looking good. The Burning Sands, when you click the sand, you just have to click it, on your screen in order to get an extra 15 damage from the sand. And he's casted the shores once again, but I could always go through the portal. I don't go through the portal. I think going through the portal there and eating the 15 damage from the Burning Sands would be fine. Or in fact, it would have expired. So yeah, definitely going through the portal here would have been better, but I didn't. And now I go through and tree him. Flashing to make some space is also probably good, but now I can flash to make space. Yeah, and I think I'm chilling here. Again, I should be able to win with the portal. Ooh, clan chat, nice. Tot sighting. All right, let's see. Flight prot 70. Prot here. I'm looking good. Let's see. Do I go back through? I go for the spirit. Going back through is probably not ideal. I wasn't counting the turns. Oh, and he hits me with the Consume Soul. God damn the pre-nerf Consume Soul, man. The bane of my existence with this rush book. And I just lose all my prots. And I'm down 70, and now, even with that early portal, he's nullified my advantage. So it's a new game now. Man, that's annoying. But we'll see what I can do here. Okay, he prots up after the ray. Never a good sighting for your opponent to protection shield right after you do a 50 damage attack. And BFTP Mega? How did he do that? What is that Mega? Oh, and I respond with my own Mega, which is totally ill-advised. Could I go through the portal and just pebble him off? No, he had protection shield, right? So that wouldn't have been possible. So I am, totally down that with the trades, and then he goes through and Megas me. Oh my god. Man. So rough. So rough for Coeval. I hit him with the Resign again. Back to back. Alright, let's get to the next game. Alright, we're here in the next game, and he has changed up the outfit. Let's see what we can do. Okay, I'm looking at the map gen. I'm seeing potential, you know, hiding spot on the left there. I'm also seeing maybe an option was to go down here and then cast a portal. But instead I again chose to do the tower turn 1 strat, which is not ideal, I don't think. But we'll see what ends up happening here. I always like to see that tree on the bottom. Can I prot now? Yep. Alright, prot's looking pretty good. And he's just going to go for the fire arrow. That's again a tough thing about being on the side with the protection shield is, you know, you're just going to get fire arrowed. And he's going to deflight me here again. And I don't want to go through that portal because he's got Maelstrom, so I've just got to chill and bide my time for when I get flight back. But again, he's just able to just hit me over and over and over with the fireball barrage. And we'll see what happens here. Okay, tower, his plan is to just scoot down onto the tree, pebble me, and so I tree it. And at this point, I'm feeling okay. He's only got, what, 1 fire arrow left, I think? Or maybe 2. I can keep his prots down. He's got a pebble there. It wasn't the best pebble. Okay, that's decent. No, actually, he can't go through. So I'm feeling okay about that. But actually, he can because of BFTP. Yeah, so, not ideal. Does he sink me here? No. Can I get this flash off? Ooh, this would be nasty. Oh no, I just go for a clock. That's risky. He's got BFTP. What can he do? And he flashes me. Man, that's nasty. Oh god, I'm glad he didn't hit me with some huge offense there. I can't go to the right side because he's again got Maelstrom, and he can just use my portal. And now he might be out of fire arrows, or does he have another one? And now he uses my portal, and I'm like, okay, well, that's great. You know, he's able to get back up because I've got a portal there for him, so hopefully he thanked me when that happened in game. There, the aura's pretty decent. I can always deflight him with Ray in the future. And yep, he's got to stay in the aura once again. Does a Ray deflight? I'm gonna see. Oh no, it misses. Damn, that's so unfortunate. But still feeling okay here. Does he hit this lob? No, he goes for Burning Sands. Didn't have enough time to charge, probably. And do I hit this lob? I do. 55. I've got 95 health. Can he hit me with anything to kill? No, he can't. I guess I have to tower out. My adrenaline is high. My blood pressure is like 200 over 180. And, you know, we'll see what happens. And we're only on turn 17. And we're already super low, super tense. Do I hit this mech arrow? Oh, yes I do. Oh, and the cog hits, deflighting him, unless he wasn't at 50. I am not sure, not paying attention. But, okay, now I have some aerial coverage. Oh, but I didn't. Well, he just used a loose, so I'm okay. Okay, aura down to 15. I'm feeling okay now. Sort of, maybe. I can't get ticked by that Burning Sands. I don't want to lose any health at this point. Every hit point is coveted. And that's one thing with facing Oa is that really you have to have the attitude of you can win with 1 health. And that's not common against any other type of book, typically. Well, I mean, rush books, yes, but outside of rush, often if you're down to 1, it's not possible. But actually, it is with Oa because he runs out of steam, and if you get a portal up, then you're looking pretty strong. Here, for some dumb reason, I don't know why I didn't go for like a flash. I go through the portal. Very weird. I was worried about maybe him going through the portal. I should just stay in it. But I was out of it for some reason. I don't know what I was thinking there. Luckily, he doesn't have many options. Does he get me with this? 7? 7 health. Holy shit. That was insane. That was a lot closer than I thought. The fact he's staying in these games speaks to probably how poor I'm playing, to be completely honest. I think there's a lot of improvements that I could make here. And as I've been pointing out, these early games, not really focusing on the early portal and taking advantage of the just small kind of missteps and tempos or missed shots that he has, which, I mean, so far he's hit pretty much everything, I think. So, you know, that's just how it goes with Rush. We're going to move on to the next game. Okay, we're in the next game, and let's see. What to do. I probably want to get to the side. There's a tree down there. I can have him burn a fire arrow to get my prot down. Go down to the side, maybe flash some space, get a tower up. Something like that. But he's actually able to close the gap and use a fireball, not an arrow. That sucks, man. That's pretty quick, pretty speedy. So, yeah, I'm going to force to go down to the bottom here, tower up, and pebble down. Let's see. I mean, portaling here is probably good. Yeah. Portal here, maybe? Although BFTP, he gets out and then he sinks me. Okay, no, this is fine. Portal to the side. Okay, I zoomed out to see where I put the portal. Mega, that was ambitious. Okay, I'm looking good here. Let's see if I can pull it out. I could have gone through the portal, but then I would have had to flight prod. I was worried about him being able to drop himself through the portal, but then he would have sunk. So maybe flying and prodding was fine. Not doing the tree first. So flight prot first and then save the tree for when he starts to push. But, you know, these are small things. Unfortunately, with playing a rush book, small mistakes, and that goes both ways. On his end and my end, both lead to sometimes just instant losses, and you just like you might as well resign. And like for example, if I get a good portal setup early on, and I have a portal, on both sides of Grassy, he loses that 95% of the time. Now the odds of losing that, they went down when he had Consume Soul to also use to take away my prots, but it's since been nerfed, although you're seeing it in some of these games because they're a bit older. But yeah, nice flash there. Unfortunately, he went for a pebble, didn't quite work out. And do I get the Mega Sync? Nice. And that's going to be GG. He's down way too much health, just throws the white flag in this situation. As often happens when either of us make a blunder, it's just, that's the end. It's over. You got to just chalk it up, go to the next game, which we're about to do. Alright, we are at the final game, I think, for this video. And he has, once again, his rush book. And once again, I'm looking for angles to portal. I'm addicted to this tower on the sideline. And I really think, especially with these kind of more hilly map gens, where he's got space, well, what I mean is, like, there's a lot of distance in between us, and it will take him time to get to me. He's got a lot of space to cover. That's kind of what I meant. I could, go under this tree here and cast a portal to the right side, or, that way I have more mobility, and I also don't burn my tower. Could be a line to explore, maybe for a future video when I'm, learning from this experience, this early experience of getting dicked down by rush books. So he's going for the pebble there. I get lucky, although am I really, because he can BFTP me out of the tower? No, not really. And you'll kind of see is that if you don't go for the early portal, you have very little opportunity to actually go for the portal unless he blunders. So if you get turn 1, you can portal. If you don't get turn 1, it's a lot trickier. And he's got the shores, of course. I think portaling here is one of my only options. Another one would be to flash to make space. But I think after he sands here for 30, I can go through And okay, he sands the other area of the portal. That's probably okay. I can just ray. And was ray even good though? Maybe spirit is better? I'm not sure. I think ray is fine. And yeah, going through the portal here is probably okay. Take some tick damage, but he can't really get to me. Does he hit this drop arrow around the portal though? Phew, okay. I was gonna say if he hit that, I would have probably, resigned or something. I don't know. That would have been insane. But let's see here. And this is another thing to look out for in future videos too. This is something that I could do more often, get that aura up there and start to zone him a bit, especially on turn ones. I get in a spot that maybe is difficult to arrow, aura the map, but don't hit him, but just aura, and that's going to discourage him from getting to me. He has to be stunned. He has to sit in the aura for a couple turns, get down to 20 prot, take 30 damage, and then I have a lot more options at my disposal in that case. Here though, feeling okay. Can I reprot? Yes, I can, and I still have my portal up. Although unfortunately the sands is there as well. I don't think he's going to be able to hit me with anything crazy. Okay, yeah, good mud. I could have maybe positioned myself a bit better to avoid that. But, it's 7 seconds. You don't have a lot of time to decide this stuff. So let's see. I don't really want to go through that portal. I'm thinking that, yeah, at some point I would like to, but he's going to just sands it for 30. Again, you click the sand. You actually click the sand on the bottom of the map, and then the burning sand shows up and the sand gets scorched. That's how that works. I hit him with the aura. I want to be able to get his prots down. Okay, there he hits me with the 30 sands. I'm going to de-flight him. And looking okay. I'm not completely out of the woods here yet. Okay, he really presses, and ooh, that's not ideal for me. Do I have a tree up? What am I going here? What is this? Oh, damn! Super aggro. And this is another thing. Again, continue to watch this as I post more, series with Oa and against other Rush players. You have to really know what is the appropriate time to go defensive, and what's the appropriate time to go offensive, right? So keep that in mind. That's how you beat Rush players, is to really get a handle on that. If you've been enjoying this video so far, we're coming to the end. Please drop a like and subscribe. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And we're, again, on the road to 1K. I really appreciate all the support. Thanks. Okay, let's see here. 249. I've lost 1 health. How could I? No! Not 1 health. I can't 250 him. That's so pathetic. Aura doing some work for me here. Again, kind of got that cheeky position where it's hard to arrow. And he's going to push me with the shores. And I get him with the aura. Doesn't quite hit him into the aura there. Or I get him with the ray, I mean. Look at that. Expert aim getting me around that portal. What can you do? So I just got to tower up. Luckily for me, he's very low and he has to continue to push because he has a rush book. So in the majority of cases here, he's not going to be able to get back in the game. But I said majority. Who knows? we'll find out. And I'm saying that I don't even know. I've not watched these, prior to this video. Ain't nobody got time for that. I'm in grad school. So, Mudball. Oh, that was the worst Mudball I've ever seen in my life. Luckily, again, I'm up 300 health. So, we're looking fine here. I'm still trying to be a bit cautious. Again, I know that he has to push me in order to do damage. So we're just kind of waiting, sitting. If we're in a tower, we're relatively safe. I've got a portal set up. I'm okay, got nothing to worry about. And okay, block him with the spirit. Perfect. Go through the portal and Q. He's going to hit me with the drop arrow. Can he get it? Oh, goes through the portal. Damn, that was so close. That would have been insane, and he hits those. You know it because you've seen it on my channel, I'm sure. Wow, that was awesome. Okay, pushing through the portal. Once again, he has to push. Doesn't have many options. And I can get through here, do some damage. Stay in the portal? I choose not to. Again, probably not optimal to give him a chance to trap me. But, you know, this is a whole video of non-optimal plays. Again, talking about how I'm kind of botching a lot of these openers and giving him quite a bit of chances, to stay in the game. Here, 40 health, I can flash out, and that's pretty safe. I'm in a tower. Not sure why I didn't flash out above, because again, he doesn't have any healing. So I don't know what I'm worried about, but I'm playing super ultra cautious, which is not necessary in this situation. K hits me with a Mega, doesn't quite sink. Good valiant effort though. And we're going to close out. Never mind. We're not. We didn't win yet. 20 health. Okay. Let's see. Get through the portal. What am I lobbing? Come on. Lob something. Lob something. I was scared. What can I do here? Mega? 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 Come on. Do it. Come on. Let's see it. Nice. Boom. 100, baby. We closed out the video with the win. It was a rough one. Hopefully instructive. He played very well and pressed me with the fire arrow and just those openers where I wasn't playing quite as optimal as I should have. We'll see what I can learn in future videos playing against him and other Rush players. Hope you all enjoyed. Drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.